Hey there guys, I'm the Lp's and I'm here doing a different kind of video I've been meaning to do for a while. This is outside Let's Play, Smash montages, gameplay footage, anything really that I do outside of those. So let me know with a comment after the video is over if you'd like me to do more of these kind of stuff in the future. And hope you guys enjoy this special video.
Sega.
If you know me pretty well, you know that I'm a huge fan of the Hatsune Miku franchise, from the music to the videos and live performances recorded, and even the video games. Although I've only played one, which is Mirai DX, and a demo of Project Diva F. Miku is even my waifu on Twitter, and why wouldn't she? She's an amazing girl that looks like she could be part of an anime that has many famous songs and actually has a great taste in fashion. Does your waifu do that?
My point exactly.
Getting back on track though, it was recently announced that Hatsune Miku Project Diva X, the latest in the Miku games, would be released on August 30th of this year in North America for the PlayStation Vita and PlayStation 4, with Europe yet to be announced. Want to know what was announced earlier than this? On Twitter, Nintendo announced that their long-speculated console, the Nintendo NX, would be released sometime in March of 2017. With these two in mind, it led me to a creative thought, theory, and/or idea, whatever the heck you want to call it. What if Project Mirai DX, at some point in its life, was also released on the NX, and I don't mean release date, because we all know that Zelda Wii U NX will be a launch title. Nintendo cannot hide that. For now. I feel that it's more than possible to see this on the NX, and I have some pretty good evidence to back this up. When did I suddenly become Phoenix Wright? Oh well. So take a break from all the drama going on and listen to something that's actually worth your time on YouTube. To start us off, here are a few reasons for the game to be on the Nintendo NX. Number 1. The relationship between Sega and Nintendo. Sega, the publishers of the Hatsune Miku games, and Nintendo have been well-known rivals for a long time, but have recently been business partners via a deal. Aside from mobile and PC games, most of Sega's recent games have been on Nintendo consoles, with a few sprouts here and there. While the games on the consoles tend to be Sonic due to his popularity, new IPs and other series have made their ways onto them as well, including the Miku series. That's right, Nintendo has experience with the series, just in the form of spin-offs. There have been 3 Miku games on the 3DS, as of the date of this being uploaded. 2 of them being released only in Japan, and the third one being available worldwide. The sales for all of these combined may sum up to a good 200 to 300,000 in sales? Don't quote me on my terrible guessing. With these units, it could be a sign that Sega should try and release a main Miku game outside of its home console, the PlayStation 4. Number 2. Amiibo support. Well, eventually this would have come up. Better now than never, I suppose. Nintendo's recent focus has been on Amiibo, from announcing new Amiibo to reprinting older Amiibo, and forgetting that some even exist. On purpose? It's a powerful tool that any game can take advantage of. Almost all of Nintendo's recent games, in some shape or form, use Amiibo. For some, is to train up a character, and for others, is to unlock some pretty neat features. And then there are those games that just unlock costumes and/or are required. Thanks, Shoshilla, for pointing that out. So, does this have anything to do with Project Diva X? Well, in some crazy way, yes. Not only does Nintendo use their figures for their games, but so do other game companies. Some include Capcom's Mega Man Legacy Collection, Bandai Namco's Ace Combat 3D, and Japan-exclusive One Piece 3D, and Yacht Club's Shovel Knight. Sega sort of does the same thing as well with the latest installment to the Mario and Sonic series. For those who haven't played the 3DS version, much like myself, all the Mario and Sonic amiibo really do in this game is just boost a costume of them daily. Nothing really special, but at least it's nice to see Sega on board. So, what could this mean for Project Diva X? First off, it could mean potential DLC for the game, in the form of outfits based on Nintendo's characters. similar to the Sonic outfits seen in the Diva series. Just think about it. Can you imagine Miku dressed as Mario? Or in Link's outfit? Or even dressed snug in Pikachu's hoodie? Oh, just thinking about it would be so cute! Heck, they could even include the third-party amiibo, like Mega Man, and give the game even more amiibo usage. While they're at it, how about a Miku amiibo itself? This may be stretching it a bit, but there are third-party amiibo, such as well-known characters and even one from an indie game. While Miku does have collectibles, one that is compatible with games would be the ultimate treasure. In this way, everyone wins. And is that really too much to ask for? Yes, well, screw you then. I still want a Miku amiibo. Number 3. Nintendo is focusing on hardcore more than casual. While this seems to be primarily focusing on Nintendo, just know that the Project Diva series in general is more for the hardcore gamers than the casual audience. Mainly because the content and lyrics are definitely something you don't hear and see in most rhythm games, such as Dance Dance Revolution or Just Dance. For a while, Nintendo was leaning towards the casual, family room style games thanks to the popularity of the Nintendo Wii, and the hardcore games were only in the minds of other companies. However, in 2014, the company made a change to revert back to their old groups and release games made specifically for more experienced gamers. Because of the popularity of mobile games, it's good for the company because they do not have to worry about making games something that are relevant to general people's daily lives, according to Shigeru Miyamoto. Recent games from them, including Fire Emblem Fates and Star Fox Zero, have kinda showed the steps in the right direction. If this is the direction they're going, we can definitely expect more hardcore games from them, as well as more games from third-party companies when the NX is out and active, including a Miku game. Maybe? While there could be other reasons for this game to fit perfectly into the NX lineup, those are the major ones that come to mind. However, there are also flaws that may not make this a huge possibility. A weak argument I've read while commenting on Diva X videos is that Nintendo is a family-friendly game company, only dishing out E and E10 games.
Really? Really?
Here we have an argument that is only looking at the surface of the company and not taking the time to dig underground for the hidden gems. It's like saying that In-N-Out, or the East Coast equivalent to In-N-Out, has limited options without realizing that there's actually a secret menu. And that secret menu holds so much more. Oh dear gosh, that comparison make me hungry for In-N-Out. If you'll excuse me, I'm gonna walk over to In-N-Out, get a burger, and then come back. See you guys in about 2 seconds. While this was sort of true for a while, Nintendo has been hardcore since the arcade and NES days. The only reason it went casual in the first place was because of the high sales of Nintendo Wii, as mentioned before. However, even if they didn't ship until 2 years ago, Nintendo had their fair share of games outside the casual route, even with third parties. Some of these are way beyond family friendly and are on a casual console. Again, people who are not Nintendo regulars need to do at least a bit of research before making any assumptions in general. One argument that I surprisingly haven't seen anyone mention is about the action command icons. Now you're probably confused about what I'm talking about, and I really can't blame you for that, so let me explain. In the main series, there are 4 command icons used to represent the 4 buttons on a PlayStation controller, those being square, triangle, X, and circle. If this game were to make it into the NX, the layout would obviously have to change. And while Sega has the icons needed to easily change for the NX, most likely A, B, X, and Y as seen in the Project Mirai series, they're less likely to do this since it would be harder for the player to see which buttons to use before they appear on the screen, unlike the PS buttons. While color coding could also work with this game, it's probably not going to be the same. And while this is only minor, this could be the only flaw with the release outside of its home console. Speaking of which, another argument I've seen is that the Miku games, aside from the Mirai series, has made the PlayStation systems its only console. This is a strong argument, and one I did not take with a grain of salt. However, this could easily be countered by another well-known PS exclusive series, Kingdom Hearts. Why Kingdom Hearts, you ask? Well, it's a lot simpler than you think. The Kingdom Hearts series is at its main games PlayStation exclusive and its spin-offs on portable Nintendo consoles, similar to the Hatsune Miku series. Fast forward to about mid to late 2015, where it was announced that the latest installment, Kingdom Hearts 3, would not be a PlayStation 4 exclusive, but it would be also released on another console. Which console? Why, none other than the Xbox One. Yeah, that's right. The console that has high sales in shooter games and sports games, and the only real competition for KH3 is Rare Replay. Why would you put a classic RPG game in a console that has nothing but Call of Duty? That is seriously ridiculous. Joking aside though, from a business perspective, this makes absolute sense for Square Enix to make this move. Not only does it give the company more profit, but it also engages fans of the series who don't own a PS system a chance to catch up with the series. Not only that, but general Xbox owners may have a chance to experience a series they might have heard of, but never really got a chance to play. In the same way, Sega can use this opportunity to not only engage Nintendo fans to a great Miku game, but it may give them more money to make another terrible Sonic game. Or just extra pocket change. Watch, instead of just on the NX, they're gonna release it on Xbox One. That stupid VHS box! One of the biggest arguments I've seen in the comments on videos I've posted this suggestion on revolves around the game itself. The game itself is teen rated due to lyrics and mild suggestive themes. Now here's a warning, this may spoil the game for you if you either haven't played the games or are wanting to avoid the game until the release date. If you wish not to be spoiled, you may want to skip ahead, though you won't understand the theory clearly. To keep the comments short, the latest games are beyond what Project Diva F and F Second was, with its busty outfits, bikini scenes, foul language, sexual themes, and shaking boobs. Yeah, don't lie, I got you with those boobs, eh? Most of these would have to be cut in order for Nintendo to approve it on the NX. These reasons alone was almost enough to shut my idea down, since Nintendo in the past has cut stuff out like this. However, a few games that have set content have made it on the family-friendly consoles. The first ones that come to mind are Fire Emblem Awakening and Fire Emblem Fates. Wow, I'm mentioning Fire Emblem Fates again, huh? It's like I'm obsessed with the game, even though I'm clearly not. The games itself contains some of what Project Diva X has: skimpy outfits, bikinis, language, and boob jiggling like there's no tomorrow. Do not tell me Camille was not the reason you played Conquest. If you said no, you're freaking lying. Despite this, however, Nintendo did cut very little from these two games, and I do mean very little, including a petting game. Nintendo! Why you no want me to pet Camille? Aside from minor cuts, these also support a statement I made earlier, of how most people fail to dig under the Nintendo ground to find the hidden gems. But there is one other that points this out much better. That game is Bayonetta 2. Now, I understand that the rating between these two are very different, but this is not to compare ratings. This is to give a remark. A lot of you may know the story behind Bayonetta 2, is that the game was in development before Sega cut the plug on the franchise. When Nintendo came in to publish the product and make it exclusive to the Wii U, many fans were enraged and afraid that the company, known for casual content, would force Platinum Games to change the game to suit their needs. But to everyone's surprise, that wasn't the case. Nintendo gave Platinum Games complete freedom, and that meant nothing was changed for the worse. The game was allowed to keep its nudity, foul language, gore, blood, and violence, and it also gained additional support from Nintendo with extra costumes around some of their characters. It's like they knew the series was well received and popular and changing it would devastate its reputation. This game alone completely wipes the arguments clean. That same support Bayonetta 2 was given from the company can also be given to Project Diva X in terms of publication. In some way, Nintendo would know it's popular enough for them not to take the risk of cutting parts out of the game in exchange for upset and concerned fans of the series. But at the end of the day, it's only a theory. Insert obvious game theory quote here. While there is plenty of good support for Hatsune Miku Project Diva X to sing its way onto the Nintendo NX, will it actually happen? I feel that it will, but later on in the NX's lifespan. And even if it doesn't, I'm still getting it on the PS4. I'm a huge fan of the series that I've only played a couple games, and it's one of those games that's hyped me up to buy a PS4, among a few games out now or even coming soon. And if it does come out on the NX, well, there's no doubt I'm getting it on there as well. I mean, what can I say? Double the Miku, double the fun. Overall, Hatsune Miku will still be an artist I'll cherish no matter what situation occurs. And besides, it feels good to listen to a computerized voice sometimes. We all get that feeling. Hey there! Thank you so much for watching this video. If you honestly enjoyed what you just saw, then feel free to like the video. It really shows your support and shares this video across the web. While you're here, why not check out some of the other videos on screen? Just click them to go there. Really like what you see? Why not join the Nerd Nation? Subscribing is totally free. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.